The world's greatest comic magazine, Fantastic Four, with special guest star, the sensational Doctor Strange. The Search for the Submariner. The fabulous Fantastic Four dare to undertake the search for Submariner. Presented by the most talked about team in comics, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, author and illustrator extraordinary. Inked by Geo Bell, lettered by S. Rosen. Never let it be said that the merry Marvel Group is willing to rest on its laurels. After bringing you the breathtaking Hulk vs. Thing battle in the previous 2 issues, we now follow up with an equally sensational tale. So without further ado, let's visit the world-famous lab of Mr. Fantastic as he experiments with his new thought projector helmet. Oh, for goodness sake! That's me! Reed's thought projector really works. We could see what he's thinking of. What do you know? So his brain ain't just a mess of test tubes and 6-syllable words. Say, Reed, that looks like fun. How about letting me try it? It's not a toy, Johnny. I'm trying to develop this device as an aid to crime fighting. Well, Mr. Richards, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't expose your thoughts of me for everyone to gape at. How's about letting lovable me try that gizmo, pal? Just in the interest of science, Natch. Alright, Ben. I know you won't be happy till you've had your turn. Now just relax. Relax? Who can relax inside of a nutty contraption like this? It looks like something Dr. Doom might have dreamed up after eating too many stale pizzas. Holy sufferin' sassafras! What's going on here? I should have warned you, Ben. Don't think of any menaces like Dr. Doom. The projector will magnify their realism and shock you. I gotta get out of here! That pineapple he tossed is gonna hit me! No, Ben. Stay put. You're only imagining it. Ben, don't fall back. You'll smash the helmet. Quick, Reed. Stretch your body into a pillow shape to cushion his fall. Benjamin, why don't you take up a hobby? Something that'll keep you out of here while I'm working. You and your nutty inventions. You probably rigged the whole thing to mortify sensitive me. If you boys don't mind, I'm leaving. No girl wants to have her thoughts revealed. So go ahead. Be a party poop. But Sue, I didn't intend to use it on you. The trouble with you, Reed, is you just don't understand females. That chick is nuts about you. But she ain't gonna wait forever for you to pop the question. She won't have to, Benjamin. I'm planning a little surprise for her. In fact, I had planned to go out and shop for a ring later today. Huh. Some surprise. She's been waiting for it for the past 2 years. But a surprise is just around the corner. Not only for Sue, but for the entire fabulous foursome. For at that very moment, many fathoms beneath the swirling sea, in a huge underwater castle, a regal figure silently broods. I cannot endure this loneliness much longer. A prince must have a bride to share his throne. My people have fled from me. Only a few faithful warriors remain. And yet, if I could have the surface girl I love at my side, nothing else would matter. For with Sue Storm as my princess, I would find my people, restore the glory of my undersea empire, and make the reign of Prince Namor the most glorious in the history of Atlantis. Though I vowed not to do so, I can resist no longer. I must again behold her lovely features. I must see her once more. There she is, revealed to me by the power of my undersea scanner. Now I know she must be mine. Moments later. Hear my decision, warriors of Atlantis. I plan to go to Earth's surface and return with Sue Storm as my intended bride. No, sire, you must not. The surface people are our enemies. It is unthinkable. But the submariner's will is like iron. He orders his last remaining subjects from the throne room in a fit of rage. And then... He left us no choice. We must desert him. We cannot be loyal to a monarch who would betray his royal heritage. And so, the mighty Namor is alone once again. They did what they felt they had to. Now I can do no less. I must follow my heart, no matter what price I have to pay. And so, not long afterwards. That you, Reed? Why didn't you use your key like you always do? Because my air-powered electron gun serves me better, you thick-skinned oaf. Hey, that ain't Reed's voice. It sounds like, yeah! It is I, Prince Namor. Now put away your bodybuilding toy. No matter how you train, you can never hope to equal my great strength. You fish-faced pinhead! Do you know what this forged steel stretch spring cost? I'm gonna take you apart for that! Sorry, thing. I have neither the time nor the interest to waste on you. This sleep gas pellet will shut a mouth even as big as yours. Hey, what's going on? Holy smoke, it's the Submariner! The torch. Good. I might as well put you out of action too. My body still contains enough inner moisture to render your mild fireballs harmless to me. And before you can hurl any stronger ones, my vacuum pellet will deflame you with ease. For as you know, flame cannot burn in a vacuum. You see, I was prepared for each of you. Namor, are you mad? What have you done? If you've injured Johnny... Susan, at last. Do not concern yourself, my beloved. I have injured no one. My only objective has been to find you. I'm okay, sis. Except I won't be able to flame on for a while. But I don't like the way that crumb is looking at you. Be silent, Torch. Only the fact that you are the brother of the one I love has kept me from making you pay the price for your insufferable insolence. Within seconds, he too shall lose consciousness. Then, when your brother and the Thing awaken, it will be too late to stop us. To stop us? What do you mean, Namor? You know how I feel about you, Susan. For you, I have given up my birthright. I have lost an empire. And yet, it will be worth it if... No, don't say it, Namor. You mustn't. You haven't the right. Have you forgotten about Reed Richards? How can I forget the one who has ever stood between us? But he shall stand between us no longer. You're mad if you think I'd let you harm him. Or if you think you can. You must forget me, Namor. You must leave, before Reed finds you. Never. I shall not leave without you. Richards has had years to court you, to make you love him. All I ask is 24 hours, and I shall have them. Sleep gas. Namor. You fool. You... My personal 2-seater air-sea speedster will have us back in my castle before anyone knows what has happened. If she does not confess that she loves me, if she does not agree to become my bride within 24 hours, I shall return her safely. But she must marry me. She must! Or else I have sacrificed everything in vain. A short time later, after Ben and Johnny have recovered consciousness. Johnny boy, call your gorgeous sister. I've got a little present for her. Say, what's with you two? What's wrong? There is no time for long faces. You'll soon be hearing wedding bells. Look at the ring I bought for Sue. Reed, listen to me. I don't know how to tell you this, but Sue isn't here. Okay, so she's out shopping. When did she say she'll be back? Wait a minute. There is something wrong. Speak up. What is it? It's our fault, Reed. We were asleep at the switch. It was the Submariner. He was here. He took Sue away with him. Submariner took Sue? My Sue? He dared come here? Dared take the girl I love? And you let him do it? You let him do it? I've gotta find them. I'll make him pay for this. Do you hear me? He'll pay with his life. Hold it, Reed. You can't tackle him alone. Not in the sea. Right in his home grounds. Ben, he won't listen. I can't hold him. He blew his stack. Look, Reed, we feel as bad as you do. Remember, she's my sister. But we've gotta work as a team. That's what you always said. Clam up, kid. Talking won't help. He's too mad. He doesn't hear a word you're yapping. Come on, big man. Simmer down. You know how a quiet gent like me hates to see a guy lose his temper. Like my old Aunt Petunia used to say, it's shamefully undignified. A few minutes later. Flame off, Johnny. If my muscles can't stop him, your flame won't do any good. Anyway, he's simmering down now. Let me go, Ben. I know what I'm doing. Let go. Hear? Now listen. I'll say this once and only once. I'm going after Namor. By myself. I want you two to keep out of this. Namor is mine. He's stolen the one thing I love most in the world. Nothing will save him now. But Reed, you never talked like this before. Clam up, kid. The boss man said butt out, so we butt out. Without another word, Mr. Fantastic turns on his heel and activates his famous radar sweep ray. The only device in existence which can cover the surface of the entire planet like a fine-tooth comb. It's only a matter of time till I find him. And when I do, no power in the universe will keep me from him. boy. If any of those wise guys who claim that Reed does the thinking while we do the fighting could see him now. I don't like it, kid. If he tackles Namor without us, anything can happen. We've got to find a way to reach the Submariner first. But we haven't any of that hocus-pocus stuff of Reed's to help us find him. If only there was somebody. Hey, where are you going? You gave me an idea, big buddy, when you mentioned hocus-pocus. I know the one person who might be able to find Namor. The one man who knows hocus-pocus. Wait for me, Ben. Wait for you? What did you think I'd do? Flap my graceful little flippers and go floating after ya? Seconds later, a dramatic message, written in letters of fire, appears in the sky over metropolitan New York. Doctor Strange. Urgent. Contact Human Torch. Now all I've got to do is hope there really is such a guy, and that he sees my message. If you, dear reader, are a faithful follower of Strange Tales magazine, you know that there is a Doctor Strange, and you also know that nothing important ever escapes the notice of the Master of Black Magic, as he silently broods in his Greenwich Village sanctuary. A summons from the Human Torch. Such a person would not call upon me unless the need was great. For many months, I have observed the accomplishments of the famous Fantastic Four. They fight for mankind in their way, as I do in mine. If I can help them, I must not fail. I shall leave my physical body behind, and travel to the torch in my ectoplasmic form. For while I am thus in my spirit form, no barrier of time or space can stop me. And now, by the powers of Ashanti, let me fly to my goal. A helicopter, leaving their skyscraper headquarters. Can it have some bearing on my mission? Let my enchanted amulet cast its glow upon that plane, and bathe it in an all-revealing light. In all the world, there is only one amulet such as that worn by Doctor Strange, given to him by the ancient master of sorcerers in Tibet. It is his main source of mystical power. The one known as Mr. Fantastic is piloting the craft. But it was not he who summoned me. I must continue my flight until I find the youthful Human Torch. I told you it was a waste of time, kid. There ain't really anyone called Doctor Strange. He just... Hey, what's that? I knew it. It's him. He got my message. I am Doctor Strange. Look, I don't know how you got in here, but we have a job for you. What's your price, buddy? My services are not for sale. Ben, let me do the talking before you blow the whole bid. We've got to find the Submariner before Reed Richards does. It's a matter of life and death. Can you locate him? I have means of finding persons at my disposal, but my powers may be used only to combat evil. What has the Prince of the Sea done? He's captured my sister, and he'll try to kill Reed if we don't stop him. Look, cornball, if it's convincing you want, I'll just... Hey, what am I talking to? A ghost? I don't get it. How can you reach out to something and touch nothing? Maybe I'm losing my grip. Or is it my marbles? Don't mind Ben, Doctor Strange. He doesn't... Wait, where are you going? There is no need for further talk. I understand the situation. With the help of the mystic arts, I shall find those whom you seek. Seconds later, needing neither food, light, nor air in his ectoplasmic form, Doctor Strange searches the ocean's depths. With the aid of my amulet's beam, I can observe the memory images of passing fish. At last, there is one who has seen the Submariner's castle. Now my amulet will lead me to it. This is a far cry from battling the sinister, mysterious menaces of the world of black magic. And yet, I have sworn to help mankind in any way I can. A magnificent, ornate castle, many fathoms beneath the surface, built by a race older than men. This surely must be the palace of Namor, the Submariner. And within the walls of the undersea citadel. Namor, let me out. Do you think you can make me confess I love you by imprisoning me? I don't want to make you a captive. Why can't you understand? I've never had a chance to plead my cause with you. Never had a chance to date you. To be with you. The way Reed Richards has. All I ask is 24 hours. 24 hours to tell you how I love you. To ask you to be mine. But Reed will find you. And when he does, nothing can save you. So, still you torment me. Am I never to know? Is it Reed Richards, or is it me you love? Is it his safety you are concerned about, or is it mine? I have found those I seek, but now, in my ectoplasmic form, there is no more I can do. I must return to the surface. But, just as the Master of Black Magic leaves, it is Mr. Fantastic. But how does he breathe underwater? The special pill I swallowed will enable me to do without oxygen for 1 full hour. That should be all the time I need. His genius must be greater than men think. But I have no time to lose. I must reach the Human Torch and the Thing in time for them to come to the aid of Reed Richards. For brilliant as Mr. Fantastic is, the ocean's depths are ruled by Prince Namor. No single power can overcome that of the submariners beneath the sea. And yet, knowing full well that all the odds favor his more than human foe, a fighting mad Reed Richards races into Namor's enormous throne room. There he is. He doesn't see me yet. I've gotta strike first. Take advantage of the element of surprise. I'll begin by stretching my arms many times the length of my body. Then, I'll whip it around, make a living bolas out of it. And now, I'll strike. Snapping through the vast chamber like a giant whip, the avenging arm of Mr. Fantastic encircles his startled adversary with blinding speed. Reed, it's you! So, you would try to cheat me out of the 24 hours I craved. Prince Namor has accepted enough indignities at your hands, Surface Man. This time, there are no others to help you. This time, you die. Seizing Reed's stretched out arm, The powerful Submariner whips his fantastic foe around the undersea chamber. Then, using all the superhuman strength at his command, he attempts to bind Reed Richards with his own flexible arm. There! And now that I have you helpless, I'm far from helpless, Namor, as you're about to learn. If only I could break free before they kill each other. Don't forget, my entire body is subject to my mental control. I could jab you away by making sharp lances of my outer skin, while I easily free myself from your useless knot. Though your strength is many times greater than mine, you haven't the brain power to use it correctly. I'll whittle it down to nothing. No, not here. Not in my own domain. There must be a way to beat you. Don't count on it, Namor. When you captured Sue, you went too far. I warned you. The savagery of your attack is wasted on an enemy who can easily dodge your blows. You can't stay out of my reach forever. Sooner or later I'll land a punch. That's all it'll take. Just one final punch. Wrong again, Fishman. I'm not merely trying to stay out of your reach. I warned you. I'm going to finish you off forever. I've got to make him follow me, to lure him to the surface. But suddenly, an angry babble of voices is heard directly ahead of Reed. And a well-armed squad of undersea warriors stands in the archway. Look, Captain! Our sovereign battles a surface foe! It is lucky we decided to return. Indeed. We realized we could not desert our prince and still be worthy of the name Submariners. Halt, Surface Man! Take another step and you die. You are our prisoner. Never. The odds have been changed a little, but that's all. I'll smash your entire empire if I must, but Namor won't escape me. Meantime, back at FF headquarters. Look, Doc Strange is back. He's coming right through the wall. Yeah, like a termite. Start talking, Mystery Man. Where's Submariner? I have found him. But guided by his own brilliant electronic devices, Mr. Fantastic found him first. You must rush to the scene at once. We hear you talking, pal. One swallow of our 60 minutes underwater breathing pills, and we're on our way. Maybe we shouldn't swallow them yet, Ben. They'll be used up before we even reach Reed. But Doctor Strange abruptly vanishes, only to return again within minutes in his physical form. And then, now that I am in my mortal body, all the spells of the mystic arts are mine to use. I shall send you to Prince Namor by the fastest way imaginable. Yeah? How? Let the visionary vapors of the dread Dormammu surround you. Hey, what's going on? How do we know he ain't Doctor Doom in disguise? Relax, big buddy. He knows what he's doing. I hope. I call upon the host of Hogoth. Transport those two beings by the power of Vishanti to the palace from whence I have returned. Let it be done. Now. Not an hour later, not a minute later, but at that exact microsecond. He did it. We're in Namor's palace. And I didn't even have time to pack my toothbrush. Okay, where is that phony fish man? Hey, that's him. He's watching his deep-sea stooges having target practice with our bouncing buddy. We're just in time to join the party. Stand back, big fella. I'm gonna make things hot for those jokers. Flame on! Our guns! They're melting! Look! Above us! A fiery creature! Don't hog all the action, Junior! Leave a few dozen for lovable old me to clobber! I'll see what I can do, Ben boy. But if you don't speed it up, you'll just get the leftovers as usual. Where are you running to, boys? Didn't you ever see a fun-loving human torch before? Johnny, Ben, how did you get here? I wanted to finish this job alone. Sure, boss, sure. We just tagged along in case you wanted to have a few cheerleaders with ya. It is good that you're here. Now I can destroy all of you at once. Still making threats, eh, Namor? Stand back, Ben. I'm going to ram those mocking words down his throat. I'm going to make him wish he never heard of the human race. He's my pigeon. Mine alone. Okay, tall man. But how's about giving me sloppy seconds? So the cold, calm, intellectual Mr. Fantastic can explode in a fit of rage like anyone else. Perhaps now you can understand my feelings when I have lost my kingdom, my people, everything I hold dear, because of you accursed humans. Your blind fury made you forget how fast I can move. And now, before you can marshal your next attack, you'll feel the awesome power of Namor the First, Prince of Atlantis. You're not the only one who can move quickly, and a man doesn't need royal blood in order to fight to the death for what he believes in. So long as you live, mankind will be in danger. I'll see to it that Namor the First becomes Namor the Last. Meanwhile, on the other side of the undersea throne room. Get going, Johnny boy! I'll find a cozy little playpen for these fun-loving kids, while you see where Sue is. Will do, partner. I've got a hunch she might be nearby somewhere. And if she isn't, even Reed won't be able to keep me from tackling Namor. But the Torch's hunch proves correct, for as he rounds a corner, if only my invisible force field was strong enough to push this shatterproof glass beyond its breaking point. Sue, it's me, Johnny. Don't worry, sis. You'll be okay now. Stay back. The glass isn't made that can resist my near-nova flame blast. You did it, Johnny. I'm free! But what about Reed? And Namor? They were fighting so desperately. Are they... They were okay when I left them, sis. But I never saw Reed so mad before. He was a tiger. But unknown to Johnny or Sue, their every move is being monitored by two of Namor's loyal officers, who escaped to the observation control room before the thing could round them up. Pull the lever! Let the seawater flood chamber 6! Now! Johnny, the sea is rushing in! We'll be drowned! No, we won't. Remember how Reed always taught us not to panic. We've gotten out of worse jams. You're right, little brother. In a pinch, you're not the careless, hot-headed juvenile I used to think you were. Here, I'll hold the water back with my invisible force field for as long as I can. Atta girl, sis. Now I'll try something I've never done before. But with luck, it'll pull us out of this. Namor never bothered to make the passages of his castle flame-proof, so I'll apply intense heat to the surrounding walls and fuse them. There! Look how they're melting, coming together, forming a molten barrier to the water. It worked! How lucky for us that they only thought to flood one chamber. Yeah, but now let's move, before they throw something else at us. Johnny, look! That device! Flying after us! What is it? It's not hard to guess. Look at the lens in front. It's a remote-controlled spy camera. That's how Namor's men are keeping track of us. Well, they're not gonna be able to see much more. Not with a melted-down viewfinder. That sudden blinding burst of light! My eyes! I can't see! The fiery one outsmarted us! He has destroyed our lens, and temporarily blinded us by the glare! Oh, Johnny, I pray that no harm has come to Reed, or to Namor. It beats me how you can mention that fish head in the same breath with Reed, sis. He's the one who caused all the... Wait, look ahead of us. And the sight which greets the eyes of Johnny and Sue Storm is truly one to make any beholder stop and marvel. You just enjoy yourself, Reedy boy. I'll keep juggling these clowns until you put Subby under wraps. You made one fatal mistake, Richards. You allowed me to get within reach. And now, you'll pay for it. With your life! Then, suddenly, unexpectedly, all grows quiet in the great chamber. It is done. I salute his courage and his skill. But how could any mere human hope to match his mortal power against that of Namor, the Submariner? Then, with an angry bellow, the Thing hurls Namor's warriors aside and charges towards the victorious amphibian. Don't gloat too soon, Flathead! Reed isn't finished yet! Of course he is, ugly one. Even if he recovers, all the fight has been knocked out of him. And as for you, I shall not sully my hands on you, but my loyal warriors will hold you at bay with their electro-stun guns. Using converted water power, inasmuch as water is one of the best and simplest conductors of electricity, the undersea warriors bathe the Thing in a concentrated, highly charged barrage. But Ben's mighty body, altered months ago by the mysterious cosmic rays, merely absorbs the current as he advances menacingly. Now that you meatheads have had your fun, you are too powerful for my warriors to cope with. I myself will defeat you, as I defeated your leader. Wrong, Namor, on both counts. In my book, a man doesn't stop fighting after the first knockdown. What breed of man are you, that you will not surrender to a stronger enemy? The same breed as any man who will fight to the death for the girl he loves. She'll never be yours, Namor. But what if I'm the one she chooses? All I ask is a chance to hear her decision. You'll get your chance, Submariner, but not on your terms. Not while she's your prisoner. Not while you put yourself above our law. It is a pity we are mortal enemies, Richards. Together, we would be unconquerable. But that can never be. I'll allow no human to thwart me again. Your supple body can stand only so much strain. I'll never let go until... You weren't fast enough that time, Namor. I'll still match my skill against your inhuman strength. But I, too, have weapons other than mere strength. Don't forget, my winged feet give me the power of limited flight also. See how easily I can glide through any human knot you attempt to bind me with? And now that I'm within striking distance again, I'll finish what I started before. Blast you! Stop bobbing and weaving! I'll connect with you sooner or later! You were asleep at the switch, Fishman. I wasn't merely dodging your blows. I was positioning myself for this. You've made a human crossbow of your body! Exactly, Namor. And now, I'll use you as the arrow. Then, before Submariner can make another move, Reed releases him as Namor's powerful form streaks through the chamber like a bolt, helplessly scattering his own followers. Once the armed warriors have been put out of action, the Thing gets back to normal as the electric weapons drop to the floor. And then... Ben, big fella, are you okay? I didn't want you or Johnny to get involved. Namor has too many advantages down here. Forget it, Reed. I'm okay. Though I wouldn't want to make a habit of facing those electric guns. Well, let's get this show on the road. What do we do next? Just what I started out to do. Make sure that Namor never menaces anyone again. But hanging from the chamber's roof, where he had halted his flight by seizing a support bar, the Submariner has ideas of his own. I must dispose of them quickly. They seem to grow stronger each minute. I didn't want it to end this way. I desired no bloodshed. But they've left me no choice. They've only themselves to blame. We live by different codes. They've never understood me. They'll always hound me. Unless I stop them now. Stop them forever. And so, seconds later, after his men have regrouped themselves, even your strength will not save you from the impact of our undersea blast gun, Thing. You are both doomed. But before I give the command to fire, I offer you one final alternative. Surrender to me, unconditionally, and I will grant you the privileges of prisoners of war. I can't speak for Ben, but the word surrender rubs me the wrong way, Namor. I've got news for you, Reed. You just spoke for me. Then there is nothing left to say. I regret what I now must do. Fire! Out of the way, Reed! I'll take the first blast. You strike back at him. Hey! What is this? Some kind of gag? Nothing happened. Unless I'm pushing up daisies and don't know it. It is impossible, Your Highness. We fired the gun at maximum intensity, but the impact never reached our target. I can't explain it, but I'll finish the fight with my own two fists. We can't stop now. summoning every bit of superhuman power he possesses. The Prince of Atlantis thunders towards the surface men. But before contact can be made, something is between us. A shield which I cannot penetrate. You should have guessed, Namor. Only my invisible force field could have saved them. I'll bet you thought we forgot about you. So, the torch freed you. Well, perhaps it is all for the best. Richards is lucky that you still felt enough loyalty to him to interfere with my vengeance. No, Namor, not loyalty. My feeling was love. What are you saying? You can't love him. I've claimed you for myself. You must be mine. The one thing an Imperial command cannot affect is a girl's heart. I'm sorry, Namor. Sorry if you misunderstood the sympathy I felt for you. Yes, even the affection I felt. Sorry if you thought it was love. But I realize now, Reed is the only man for me. Nothing can ever change that. Meanwhile, an ocean away, two piercing, unblinking eyes follow every action in the dramatic undersea tableau. The Sea Prince has never been scorned before. His rage is mounting. He is capable of anything. There is yet time for me to prevent a tragedy. I must act immediately. I must separate them once again. And then, as Doctor Strange utters the words of an ageless incantation. Now what? We're starting to fade away. How can Namor do it? This isn't his doing, Johnny. Seize them! They must not escape me! Too late, Highness. At the same split second that the Fantastic Four fade from sight, the majestic undersea palace of Namor itself is whisked through the depths by a force undreamed of in this present age. By the time Namor gets his bearings, the Fantastic Four will be safely on their way to the surface world. Holy cow! We're inside of Reed's sub, heading for home again. And I didn't even get a chance to paste one on old Fishface. Doctor Strange must have accomplished this with one of those ancient spells of his. He's a mighty handy gent to have in your corner. Sue, darling, about what you said back in Namor's palace. Please, Reed. I'd prefer not to discuss it now. I'm still so shaken. Hey, you didn't just say what you did in order to prevent any more fighting, did you? No, don't answer that, Sue. I think I'd rather not know your answer. Oh, Reed, you blind fool. Of course it's you I love. But how can I ever convince you? You'll always suspect I may just have been trying to protect you. Or Namor. And so, we leave the fabulous Fantastic Four as its silent leader heads for home. His sure hands and steady eyes giving no clue to the uncertainty and anguish that fills his heart. Personal note: the editors wish to thank you, our readers, for making the Fantastic Four the most successful magazine of the Marvel Age of Comics. Your loyalty has been a great inspiration to all of us at the Marvel Bullpen. The end.